Hey, Josh Calg here with Pace Academy. I'm going to walk through our Pro Day 1 movement prep. I'll cover some of the PRI, breathing, and foam rolling stuff in a different video, but for now I'm just going to go to the movement prep Day 1. Alright, so first thing on the list is after the side lying clam breathing and foam rollers, we've got slow leg lowers. The idea is to get without the band, but if you have to use the band, go ahead and use it. We're going to start with both legs up together. The goal is to keep our toe dorsiflex towards our face, and when we go down, we don't want our other leg to follow it, so this is kind of to hold it in place to start. And as I go down, I always want to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So I want to think about blowing my leg down. Don't let it touch. Stay tight in the core. Bring it back up. Separate it. And actually, as this leg goes down, I almost try to pull this leg farther up. Again, the goal is to get to do it without the band. Slow leg lowers. Again, inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down like you're blowing your leg down. All fours squat rocks. We're gonna get in an all fours position, toes down. Basically, we're trying to get almost like a squatting position. We're gonna drive our butt to our heels. Again, this is just kind of preparing us to get in that squat pattern. Once I get a couple of there, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to overhead liftoffs. So again, I'm gonna go thumbs up. I'm gonna try to have neutral spine. I'm gonna pack my chin. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna come back down, just tap it, and come back up. You can actually even hold like a 2.5 pound plate in your hands while you're doing these as well. Again, just trying to activate low trap. Overhead wall squats. So goal here, we're gonna get to the wall. We're gonna get our arms up overhead. We're gonna get relatively close to the wall. We're gonna you'll figure out real quick how far you can get. Make sure we're not, the goal is to go full squat, full depth, and make sure we're not falling backwards. So I'm gonna go full squat. I'm gonna hold, stand up. If I can get that, I'm gonna inch forward and basically figure out how close you can get without falling over backwards. That's overhead wall squat. Next is back to wall shoulder flexion. I'm gonna start without it. I'm gonna go like in a partial squat position. We're keeping our low back pressed, head pressed. I'm gonna go thumbs up to shoulder height. I'm gonna shrug, and I'm gonna continue on. The important part here is making sure I'm keeping my rib cage down and my lower back in contact with the wall. If I can touch my thumbs, next time I'm gonna tuck my thumbs in. I'm gonna go up, try and touch my thumbs again, trying to keep my my core pressed into the wall. Once we get good at that, we're gonna go with a handcuff. Same thing, thumbs in, shrug. Keep them tight in tension. Shrug at 90. Good. That's back to wall shoulder flexion. Then scap push-ups. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a regular push-up, and then as I get here, I'm gonna try to push my spine into the ceiling through my scaps. Again, I'm trying to bring my scaps around my rib cage and drive my spine to the ceiling. Inchworms. We're gonna do these in place. So start standing. We're gonna walk out, do an inchworm or do a push-up, and then we're gonna walk our feet as far as we can, stand up. Same thing, if we do that, we're gaining ground. Or I can start here, do the push-up, and I can walk my hands in that way. One's gaining ground. I kind of like doing a mix and match. All right, quad pull toe touch. We're gonna pull our quad, stretching our hip flexor. We're gonna reach down, touch our toe, not lose our balance. It's as much of a shoulder leg stability on this side as it is hip flexor stretch on this side. Ways that I've seen it done wrong is guys who are doing that. As I go down, I wanna pull my shoe like up over my butt. Make sense? High knee pull, lunge and lean. So now we're gonna go ahead, stretch our hammy. We're gonna fall out into a lunge. Our hands go up. Very important that our eyes go up too. When my eyes go up, it stretches my fascia in the front. We're trying to get into that lead hip flexor. So just don't do one of these where it's kind of lazy. That doesn't really serve its purpose. We want to go high knee lunge, get into a good lunge, lean, and we're trying to lean back and look up to the sky. Last one, hip and ankle wall mobility. So for the hip mobility, we got a couple different ways we can do it. Get a pad, we're gonna pull back, we're gonna lean in, and it looks like I'm just doing a standard quad stretch, but what I'm really gonna do is as I get to the end range on the stretch, I'm actually gonna flex my butt cheek, or my glutes. I'm gonna try and drive my glute through the front. And if you wanna make it even more of a stretch, switch hands, same thing. Drive the glute, try to pulse. Ankle mobility, we're gonna get to the wall. I'm gonna start close. The goal is to keep my heel down on the ground, and I'm gonna try and drive my kneecap into the wall. And if my heel can stay down, I'm gonna slide back. Slide back until we get to a spot that's a little challenging, and then just stay right there and try to drive it. Another way you can progress that is you can tie like a band around your ankle and anchor it to something thick and kind of pull down on the front part of your ankle right there. So that's it for day one pro movement prep, and we'll get into dynamic here in a second.